Travel all over the countryside, ask the Leylands, ask the Leylands. Travel all over the countryside, ask the Leyland brothers. Whatever it is that you want to see, ask the Leylands, ask the Leylands. No matter whatever that happens to be, ask the Leyland brothers. Come on, me in and join in the fun. Travel all over Australia.
Ladies, gents, and everyone in between, we are back again. Nate Dogg and Outback Jack, Garage Talk, and we've got a special guest with us today. We've got a bloke who helped show Australia to Australians before anyone else did. Just maps, guts, and a camera. One of the two of the iconic duo, the Leyland brothers, Mal Leyland. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for inviting me, mate.
You're right, mate. Never a bloody issue, I tell you. So I don't even know where to start this, to be honest. I did say to Corinne earlier on, which Carmen, I keep saying
You've
Corinne.
got too many names this weekend, bro. I swear to God.
We had an event yesterday, and it's been pandemonium. But I've had a bit of a chat with Carmen on the phone briefly. Carmen is Mal's daughter.
Hello, nice
Here
to
she is.
say hi to everybody.
There's also, we've got John in the background here as well. He's just hanging out. But I had a bit of a chat with Carmen on the phone, and I was just saying before that what you guys used to do, Mal, is literally opened up the doors for all of us young fellas. It is a very, you're a pioneer. Essentially, we go out to car events and we go out to camping events and stuff now with a camera in hand and record ourselves doing what you guys did. Except now it's just you pull a phone out, you take a video and you upload it straight away to the internet. It's insane. But yeah, Jack, what do you want to say? You've got me off guard.
Oh, I just want to know, like, how did two brothers go from, I don't know, two blokes to two blokes who documented a whole country?
That's a big question.
Oh, well, it all happened because of my brother was keen on movie photography and I got into still photography.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the two of us complemented each other, and whenever we went away on trips, we always needed pictures when we came back or send them back to try and get stories in magazines and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
So it was all part of the... It evolved, I suppose.
It all evolved. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, the still photography of you were definitely quite into that. I recall hearing a little birdie told me on an audiobook the other day that you used to use the old bathroom mirror and the glass cabinet to develop photos.
Yes.
Really? Yeah. That's awesome.
Gosh, yeah. The old man wasn't too happy with not being able to see himself.
Yeah, we used to have to shove, what do you call them, bath mats and stuff like that all around the windows and the doors
So the light
couldn't get in.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But yeah, so you were in the stills. Your brother Mike was into the video stuff.
Yeah, he got into that. He was a sign writer.
Really?
He did whole signwriting apprenticeship. And the very day that he got out of his signwriting apprenticeship, the very next day he started making films.
Wow. You're bloody good at it.
He decided then and there.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy. Like when you guys started doing the Aussie Brothers show, did you just go out looking for someone to pick it up, or was it just it just happened?
Well, it was an idea that came from the fact that what we were doing got people to write to us, and they wrote to Channel 9. And back in those days, Packer was the guy in charge.
Yeah.
And they forwarded the mail to us, and we thought, well, here's an idea, because we could now use people's letters as a guide, and they would tell us about places that we hadn't been to.
Yeah,
and we'd go there and check it out and film it.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Well, you guys were in comparison to I think it was Albie Mangles.
Oh yeah.
Like I know he used to go around trying to really promote himself. He'd go around to like different places, churches and stuff, hand out flyers, everything, and really try and put himself out there for it. But so you guys got letters put through, and that's what really pushed it in.
Yeah, the letters came in without us asking for them to start
amazing.
with.
Really?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
And then when we realised there was something there,
Yeah.
we made a whole show out of it.
That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
So who picked the letter each week?
Oh, well, that was a matter of we graded all the letters. We alphabetically organised them into different areas, and we
Yeah.
put them into territories. So if we were looking at the Northern Territory, because that's where we were going to go next, say with the cameras,
Oh, that's where it come
we'd have a
from.
big box full of letters,
Northern Territory,
and
yeah.
we'd take them all with us.
Oh, wow.
And then we'd put a hand in the box and pull something out to get one that we would read, because we didn't want to be too particular.
Particularly where you're going.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
So what was the first bit of gear that you started with to get you out and about in the bush?
Oh, well, we had the movie cameras were film cameras.
Yep.
And you had to wind it up, and there was a thing called a Bolex that used to do 17 seconds on one spring wind.
I think it was.
Jeez, we just whip something out now. That's
Oh, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Man. The effort that you went to is insane.
Yet again, referring back to the book, I think it was, but is it Dick Smith that's quoted in the book at the start of the book?
Yeah.
And he says, "How did you guys do it without having the funding and stuff?" And I don't know, it was yourself or Mike that referred back to we're using 16mm film instead of the traditional movie 18mm or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
well, we shot a lot of it on 8mm.
8mm, sorry. Yeah.
Because 16mm was what they standardly used for shooting the news and stuff like that. And we started shooting it on Super 8 because it was cheaper.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I think that gave a really nice sort of, in my opinion, that gave a really nice sort of home movie kind of feel to a lot of the...
Vlog is what we call it
Yeah,
today.
like it's kind of a vlog style,
Yeah.
what is out there today, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was part of what did appeal to people, because we got letters.
It was
Yeah.
homely.
Like,
Yeah.
yous were real people, nothing about yous ever even looked scripted. I think that was a good...
Yeah, well, a lot of it was accidental too. We didn't plan to get bogged as often as we did.
So what about vehicles in terms of the first gear yous were using? What was the first sort of setup? Was it the Land Rover?
Land Rover, yeah.
Yeah, Series 2?
Yeah, they were the very early model Land Rovers, and they used to make a hell of a racket, and we would go away. We used to have to carry spare axles because they did break.
And made of
especially-
glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The short side and the long side, but it was the short side that was the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know, with stuff breaking and doing that, it always makes a bit more of a story though, doesn't it really?
Well,
I
it
feel-
does. That was part of the thing that we didn't realise at start with, but
Yeah.
we put it in the film, and next thing you know, we had the company, like the Land Rover mob, got onto us and said, "Why are you showing all these breakdowns?" We said, "We're just showing what happens."
Fix your car. I can't help it.
make it better. But that's right. So the new tour, the tour you're going on now though, I've noticed that you haven't pulled up in a Land Rover outside though.
No.
Land Cruiser.
It's a Land
Land
Cruiser.
Cruiser. We are very, very grateful. ARB have come along as a sponsor, and they've actually provided us with the vehicle to use for the trip.
Shout out ARB.
Unfortunately, we have to give it back at the end.
Damn, maybe we could pull some strings or something. Maybe we'll have a chat to them for you.
That would be great. It's set up. It's got everything you need.
Looks fantastic.
You know, all the drawers and storage, the fridge, the rooftop tent.
Yep.
We've got a swag with a stretcher for Dad to use.
Yep.
It's
ready to
nice.
rock and roll.
It
looks like it's ready to rock and roll.
I would have loved to have had something like that back when we were travelling back when I was in my 20s. Yeah.
So did you go on many trips?
As a kid,
Yeah.
yes. I started travelling when I was a baby, travelling extensively up till I was about 10.
Yeah.
And that's when things changed. Once I got into high school,
That gets harder
it was
there.
it was harder. So
Yeah.
we didn't do so much traveling with the kids as us kids going
Yeah.
along. And then in my 20s, we did 4 years where we were actually traveling
Wow.
full time, filming Leylands, Australia.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been
And,
good.
Yeah,
Little-
that was when I really developed my passion for traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've gone to so many places, and I've just loved traveling. I love about learning about Australian history, people,
Yeah.
places. Just passionate about it, and yeah.
It's funny. Like my lovely partner Shannon, she her mum and dad dragged her on a trip around Australia when she was in high school. Thought it was going to be a great break to get away from school and whatever, and then realised it was quite hard. When they started travelling, she recalls going to Ayers Rock and climbing it and pretty much crying the whole way, up. I think her reference was just to look at a bloody rock. But now she's in her 30s.
You look back.
She looks back and goes, they can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
She goes, that was incredible. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know why I whinge, but she's like, it was incredible. My mum and dad could do that for me. It's fantastic.
I feel the same. I mean, not so much about climbing the rock, but you know, the 4 years of traveling around
Yeah.
Australia, we got to see so much. And I look back now, and as you know, someone in their early 20s, I didn't quite really appreciate what it was that I was seeing.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
understand the gravity of it, yeah.
No,
Like,
and you know, I've
It's
gone
normal.
back to places since, and it's like mind blowing.
Yeah.
You know, you appreciate everything so much more as you get older.
yeah.
And you know, I'm like everyone else that grew up watching my dad and my uncle. I look forward to the day when I can do the grey nomad thing and travel around full time and do the big lap.
That'd be
Because
amazing.
you know, I want to go back and see those places again.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait. You know, until I can retire to do it. Which
Wanna
is
do
the
it
reason
now.
why we've started up our touring company,
And what are you guys calling the touring company now?
Leylands Travel Australia.
Let's try.
So have you guys got a website and everything
We
set
do
up
have
for
a
that?
website,
Fantastic.
and we also work in conjunction with other tour operators. So there's quite a lot on the website that people can book.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
But we've got 4 actual tours that I'll be running along with my husband John,
Yep.
and we'll be doing those later this year. We're
Amazing.
just hoping that some people decide they want to come along and join us.
I feel like I'm going to have to do something, Jack.
Might have to load the patrol up, mate.
Load the patrol. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good to me. I'm not
Right.
the patrol will keep up with the cruiser, but
No, I've had a cruiser, it won't. It's old slow. What was like the first? You were just talking to him about. So you were traveling since you were a baby. What was the earliest trip you'd remember? What was the earliest thing that you remember going and doing with your dad and your uncle and your mum?
The
and
most
stuff?
significant trip I remember was actually when I was about 9, and we took, I think it was about 6 weeks, so I got to have extra time off school.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I remember we flew from Newcastle up to Darwin, and we did what I always refer to as the golf trip, where we drove through the Gulf of Carpentaria and made our way back home. That trip was the one that impacted me the most out of everything. It was just, I guess I was a little bit older, so I was able to learn
Take it in.
and understand. And my school teachers said I had to keep a journal of my entire trip. So every day I wrote down what we did and all the rest of it. And I look back now and wish I'd kept that journal. But you know what it's like when you're a teenager, you just throw everything out from when you're a kid.
yeah.
But that was the most significant. And the other trip I remember is actually going to Japan.
Japan? That's
I was
interesting.
6 and we went over to Japan, and I have these small memories of that trip that have always stuck with me, and I look forward to the day when I can go back,
yeah.
and see it. But obviously, as an adult, and definitely want to go and try and do it during the cherry blossom season.
Oh wow! I mean, that's an interesting choice. Was that a Mal choice, or was that your mum's choice? That
I
one.
don't know. How did we end up in Japan, Dad?
We were looking for somewhere to shoot that we hadn't been to before.
Oh, right. There you go.
We were getting letters sent in, and we had letters from people who'd been to Japan, and they said,
Go check this out.
go and
But you
check
had
it
letters
out.
from fans in Japan.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Well, the incredible part about it was that the program was taken up and shown on Japanese television before.
No way.
Yeah, straight away it was very popular.
That's incredible.
And I remember because on one occasion we were on a plane and we landed there because there was some sort of a strike with the planes,
Yep.
and we
Yeah.
had to stay overnight. And we went into the hotel and turned the television on, and there was our program. these Japanese voices going all over us.
That would have been amazing.
Oh,
The Land Rover culture wouldn't be too big in Japan, I imagine. Not really.
No.
It's like when we had our listens from last year.
Poland.
Yeah, we got there was like listens in
strange.
Poland and everything. We were like, what? Are
to
they
the
dubbing
Poland
our
fans.
voices? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to the Poles.
But,
Thanks
but-
for listening.
But yeah, back you got me off topic there. But the back to what I was saying about Land Rover culture there over there. Into that, the best bush repair you guys would have done. I imagine there would have been a fair few bush hacks you've done on the car to get it up and going. Is there anything that you recall being absolutely fantastic or, well, as some would say, dodgy?
Yes, a few dodgy ones, but the biggest problem we had with the old Land Rovers with the radiators.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, they were incapable of holding the temperature when you were working it in low range for very long.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up, we put a pipe on it where steam come rushing out and put it into another container, which was a big aluminium thing that we picked up at a second-hand shop. I don't know what it was originally for, but we had that full of cold water, and then the steam went into it and it immediately turned into water.
That's amazing.
And it'd be boiling and going on while we're driving around. So.
Wow. The ingenuity in just even thinking about something like that. Because these days, most of the stuff, you can buy everything off the shelf.
Yeah.
You can buy transmission coolers. You can buy bloody snorkels, everything off the shelf.
My
these days.
favourite thing, I
Yeah.
think, that it's one of my favourite Leyland Brothers fixes. The Darling trip you did early on back in the day, when you didn't take oars or anything for the boat. You only had a
propellers. Yeah, well, they were alloy propellers.
This is the best. I was watching this. I'm thinking, what would you even do here? Sure enough, like there is an answer.
Just alloy propeller.
No, it lies in baked bean tins.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, baked bean tins and a bit of fencing wire.
That's what you use as an oar.
Yeah, and we had some stuff that you mixed up. It was a 2-part mix.
Yep,
and
yep.
we had that with us for emergency repairs, but we ended up making the propellers out of it. So.
That's
But it ended
amazing.
up, the propeller was so big and acute compared to the original one that we had to run it at very low speed.
Oh, would have taken off. That's
But
amazing.
we got down the full length of the Darling River.
Wow. That's just nuts. You would have met some absolutely incredible people on these trips.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, one of the most amazing things about the travelling that we've done
Yeah.
is meeting people, especially on properties out
Yeah.
in the country where they used to get recordings of our program and sent to them.
Wow.
Because they didn't have television reception.
Yeah, true.
In those days, they didn't, and they'd get videos sent to them of the films that we'd done. So if we turned up there to film something, they might have been doing some shearing or whatever.
Yeah.
They'd say, "Oh, you want to do the shearing while you're here?" So we
Give
go
you
in
something to do.
and we had a go at doing the shearing.
Well,
We'd film what we were doing. It was all part of what people got to see.
that's amazing. There's another thing that springs to mind is I don't know if it was your first time or you're being shown. I think you might have been being shown the traditional way to catch a dugong. Mm-hmm. Now there was a bit of a story that went with that from what I sort of recall. I think it was with a fellow named Bori. He was an elder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you were watching him on how to catch this dugong.
Yeah.
I think you let him go there for a while. Is that right, Val?
Yeah, well, we wanted to get the film. So it's important to have the right action in the film.
He was struggling a little bit there, and I think you had a 303 on you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had an old ex-army 303 that we picked up at the disposal store, and we took that away on our trips with us for emergency.
Of course, yeah.
And a number of times we got wild pigs were the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Oh, they're bad. Yeah,
Didn't matter where you were, you had to have the rifle handy.
yeah. Well, I think as the story goes, Bori was sort of struggling to kill it, essentially. And I think he tries to get up in the boat there, and he sort of looks at Mal and goes, "You got a bloody 303, shoot it!" I think you said something like, "Well, you want to watch a traditional way, mate? Like,
Try to do it properly.
trying to do it properly.
What are we doing here?
Getting the film here." Oh, it had me in stitches, that part. but yeah, is there? So you guys have got the new tour coming up now. Where are you going with these tours?
So back in 1966, Dad and Mike filmed Wheels Across the Wilderness, which was the most westerly point of Australia to the most easterly point.
Yeah.
Straight through, like, you know, the transcontinental journey through the Simpson Desert. So this year is 60 years since that was done.
Yep.
So we are redoing that trip to celebrate that milestone. So
it's amazing.
We will be departing or starting in May. So May 1st we'll be in Denham, and we'll be departing from Steep Point on the 4th, and then beginning our journey east, making our way across, arriving at Cape Byron for a sunrise by the lighthouse on the 28th of May.
I like that. That's nice.
That's awesome.
That's really nice.
But hopefully we won't have to climb over the sand dunes, dig a hole on the other side, bury the spare wheel, run the cable
I
back.
was just about to say.
No.
Not this time.
Well, how many days did you say it took you to cross the Simpson the first time?
26.
26
days.
days.
Holy
And
moly.
we are planning to do it in 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to say, technology's come a long way, hasn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Like,
The tracks though now, like there's got to be a lot more tracks there these days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just follow the wheel tracks as opposed to, you know, make the wheel tracks.
Well, that was the next thing. My dad said to me earlier on.
well, you used to be following wheel tracks now that you put there in the first place.
That's
now, wouldn't
exactly
you?
right.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
But yeah, Dad said to me, he said, I used to look forward to watching that show as a kid. He said, every time we get there and you just get out the car, they'd be jumping out the car, they'd be cutting stuff down to make their way for their four-wheel drive to go through.
Yeah.
He said it was just something to look forward to every week.
And I think that's why the show was so popular, because it was real.
Yeah, it was real.
It was real. It's not like the reality TV programs
No.
today where the directors are saying, go this, do
That's
go there, do
100%.
this, do that.
Like
it was as it actually happened.
It was real danger.
100%. Like, not throwing absolutely no shade or whatever to any of the content creators out there, but like four-wheel drive, the shows, and like, I don't know what they're called, four-wheel drive, bloody whatever.
24/7,
Yeah, for example. They're just like, I feel like it's just like
it's entertaining, but
it's okay, but it's not original. It's not like
it's
like
not
you
a-
guys were going out like,
It's not a baked bean.
look, let's go hit this hole. Maybe one of us will get stuck. It's like, oh shit, we're stuck. Like, we need to do something now.
It's not a
Yeah.
baked bean or, mate.
Yeah,
No,
that's
yeah.
It's not. That's
like, which one of who came up with the idea to cross straight across? And did you hesitate at all? When is that?
Well, I had the ideas, and my brother was the one who was gung-ho and wanted to do it.
Yeah, these are a dangerous combination by the sounds of things.
Yeah, but we worked well together.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it was a difficult decision to cross the Simpson because it hadn't actually been done.
No.
It had been
No.
done on camels.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that had taken them like 28 days or something.
yeah.
Wow.
And so we decided to cross 1,105 sand ridges. There's 1,104, but there is a little one at the end. So.
Yeah,
You got to count that. That's quite a fair thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
no.
no, what were you gonna say, bro?
I was going to go back to the ingenuity. Of
Oh,
things.
yeah.
But it seems to be something between you and Mike, as Jack said before, and you said just then, you guys are a very dangerous duo together. There's always some bit of ingenuity to whatever you're doing. You just made it work, no matter what it was. Like, I recall listening to that book yet again, fantastic book. Shout out to anybody who wants to listen to it or buy it. Definitely buy it. But you're talking about a tape recorder at one point in there, which you were making making a soundtrack to some of Mike's movies, holiday movies.
Yeah.
I think you used Mum's Mixmaster to make
Yeah.
boat motors and
That's
stuff.
right, yes.
Really?
You remember the Mixmaster
Yeah, the
story?
Mixmaster,
Oh,
yeah. Well, it goes from there to you found a second use for that tape recorder, and I think it was David's homework. Was that correct? There's a bit of a homework story or something like that went along with that.
I don't know about that.
I can't remember.
There were lots of stories that got out that weren't really the truth. They just got out because journos and that.
Oh,
worked
they do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
They decide to exaggerate stuff
those
and invent
buggers.
things.
I'm thinking, mate, that was brilliant. He went from doing this to using notes for homework through it as well, so you're not falling behind in school while you're doing the other
Yeah.
stuff. That's what it was going. It was along those lines. It was so you weren't falling behind. You were using it for both things. I was like, that's brilliant. The ingenuity there is fantastic.
How prepared were you when you crossed the desert, and how did you even begin to sort of plan to prepare to go across the Simpson Desert when it had never been done that way before?
The idea was that it had to be crossed by camels.
Yep.
So we researched what we could about that and got in touch with somebody who had actually been on those camel trips.
Yep.
And got some information from them. Not that helped us very much. We didn't have a camel.
Wrong gear, yeah.
But we ended up with a huge length of rope. It was 300 feet long, which is pretty damn long. And we would carry it over the hill and bury a wheel and then winch up. And,
Yeah.
It was just hard work.
That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Well, there's stories where you go so many days and you've only gone 100 meters or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's just madness.
What was-
It's so cool.
And the early vehicles used to break down a lot. I mean, we had all sorts of things go wrong.
Yeah,
And the biggest problem with them was boiling motors. They never ever
Really?
stopped boiling.
that's crazy.
That's what I was going to say. That was literally my next question. Was what tested you most in the vehicles themselves? Was it the engines? Was it just overheating?
The radiators were the biggest problem because they weren't capable of cooling down the water.
Yeah.
So you'd be losing water all the time if you didn't catch the
That's what
steam
you had,
coming
yeah.
out of it. So we put a little pipe on it.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
A steam pipe or something.
Yeah, the steam pipe.
And we'd run it down into a container of cooler water.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that when the steam hit it, it would condense.
Condense
again.
back to water. That's
Which is
amazing.
a good thing these days with the modern vehicles.
Bloody oath.
Oh yes.
That's yeah. So that's you sort of answered my next question with that. To be honest, I was sort of going with the new tours and what you're doing. Whether you're going to go back to a Land Rover, but you got a Land Cruiser out there. So, have you been in a new Land Rover yet?
No.
No.
Anyone that's listening,
I've seen them.
We have to
they
hook
look
them up.
luxurious, but yeah.
Luxurious is the word right there. They don't look like they go where your dad went.
They don't
but-
look like, they don't look
Yeah.
like they do another trip across the desert.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Land Cruiser back many, many years ago. It was a FJ55,
Oh,
and we were planning on going up to Fraser Island, and that didn't work. It did not make it, and we ended up jogging home and nursing at home. But the thing is, we knew that we'd get home because
Yeah.
the Land Cruiser was reliable.
Yeah.
and these new cars now, like you literally calling it a tow truck. That's pretty much it now. They break down on the side of the road. There's that many electronics in it. You're calling a towing. I'm an auto sparky by trade, and some of the things that disable a car, you go, why is it even in there?
And that was the thing when we first started planning this trip. It was, we don't have a vehicle that we can do it in. I have a Haval.
Yep.
John has an MG.
Yeah.
And although my Havel's supposed to be a
Full
four-wheel
drive.
drive,
We question the
there is
affordability.
no way it was going to
Look.
cross the Simpson. It'll take me just about anywhere, and it's comfortable, and I love driving it.
They're a good car now. to be honest.
Especially, it's great on gravel roads, and I would go anywhere in Australia in it, but just not crossing
not
the
the
Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fair call. That's a fair call.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
What's something that you's had back in the day, Mal, that you sort of might have gone with you every trip that constantly got you out of trouble if you needed it?
Compass.
Yeah.
Half the kids these days wouldn't even know how to bloody read one of those, Mal.
Well, we bought ours from an army disposal store, and it was the top one. It was an ex-army one that was used during the war. It was when it was made.
Yeah.
And you'd open the little top up, and you had it like a little bit of a mirror in it, and there
Yep.
was and you could twist it around.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. That'd be that'd be Vietnam era, I'd say, by the sounds of that.
Yeah.
They're a good little thing. My grandfather used to have one very similar to that. If it had the
Yeah.
mirror on the top of it,
It sounds
Yeah.
like nearly everything came from the army disposal store.
Yeah,
That's amazing. They got did you get the 303 and the compass in the same trip? Or?
we had the 303 all the time.
Oh, gosh. So pigs were the biggest issue, obviously crossing a lot of places that you went through. Is there anything else that was a bit rampant?
Camels.
Camels?
Oh, yeah.
What?
There were a lot of camels out in the desert that had been got there because they got free when they were born, they were wild.
Yeah, right.
And they are very, very, very vicious.
I wouldn't have even pictured that. A camel.
Yeah.
Was there a moment out there when you were with seeing these camels that ever got a bit dangerous? They a bit vicious, them camels?
Oh, yes. Yeah. We had to use the rifle a few times.
Oh, that's amazing. I've got to stop saying that. This conversation's blown me away. I can't believe we're sitting here doing this, to be honest.
Neither.
It's incredible. But
I mean, I thought I'd heard all of his dad's stories, but I'm hearing a few tonight that I haven't heard. So
That happens
you know,
in the
I
garage
didn't think
talk
there was
studio.
anything new that I to hear.
oh, look, we try to bring things out. We really do. Is there any places that you haven't gone and you've wanted to get to? You seem to be the man that's been absolutely everywhere, Mal.
No, I think I've been to most places I'd like to go in Australia, but there's a lot of places that were so good, I'd love to go back to them.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
To photograph them
Yeah.
with my different camera.
What do you use these days as a camera?
Oh, I've got a Nikon and I've got a few old cameras as well. So, but these days, of course, it's all electronic. You don't need to worry about film and stuff like that.
Bloody memory cards are the size, but they're a SIM card essentially almost. It's crazy.
But the film used to be the problem because you'd have to develop the picture. When we did our trip across Australia and across the Simpson Desert, I was photographing everything on two cameras, and they were, one of them had black and white film in it, and I had to develop it. And you've got to develop something in the little tin, and save the chemicals when you got them out. So you had to be very careful that the temperature didn't get too high. So some of the negatives from that, I've still got some of them.
Wow.
They're a bit overcooked.
Well, especially with light too in the Simpson, it'd be hard to do that in the middle of the day, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right.
Well, we've been sorting through most of those photos and digitising them. So we've spent the last 8 months slowly digitising, and we've barely scratched the surface.
I was going to say, you got ages to go, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We have boxes upon boxes and boxes in the garage, which we bring in one at a time and slowly go through. And so many to look through on the hard drive that, John keeps saying you need to sort them out, and it's like, yep, I'll get to them one day. One day. So
you've always had a bit of a sense of adventure. From what I've heard and from what I've seen, you've always had a bit of a sense of adventure. There's another story that did come up was, I know it was the first day of kindergarten. You managed to walk yourself home. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, that was something I figured, that the bell went, it was time to go, so I walked home.
You're supposed to wait for Mike, or you're supposed to stay home?
Yeah, that's right. I was supposed to wait for my brother, but he had a delay of some kind, and I just walked home.
Needless to say, Nana wasn't overly impressed.
Oh, no. That wouldn't have went well. No, it wouldn't have went down well.
No.
I wasn't allowed to do it anymore.
That's crazy. So the sense of adventure in that, who come up with the whole idea of travelling and just doing all the stuff you guys have done? Was it just something that just happened, or was it...
Well, it did sort of just happen because we had a plan to film a trip, and we looked at a map of Australia and decided crossing it would be a bit much to tackle. So we decided that the Darling River might be a go.
Yeah.
And no one had been down the full length of it.
Wow.
So that was our first film.
Wow.
We ended up, we needed a boat, so we got in touch with Quintrex, who made them in Sydney.
Yep.
Wrote a beautiful letter, and they agreed to supply us with the boat.
Yeah.
But when we went to pick it up, they got a bit of a shock to see how young we were.
Well, that's not the first time a letter's got you guys in a boat or got you across an ocean, from what I've heard as well. Is that true? Your dad wrote a letter to the Prime Minister?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
that's how I got to Australia. That's amazing.
Because you were the proper 10-pound poms, hey?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The best sort, the ones that actually come here and do stuff. I love it. Make the country better.
Well, I think Dad did his bit for that.
He's done a
Bloody
lot of
well
it.
and
He's
truly his fair share.
pioneer, absolute pioneer. Now, with all of that being said, there's obviously yourself and Mike. Now, there's got to be a strong woman behind you to pilot all of this. Your mum,
Yeah.
Lorraine, comes into it.
Yep.
How did you meet Lorraine? If you don't mind me asking, sorry.
I photographed her.
No way.
Really?
That was how I first met her.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was right. So
That's beautiful,
That's-
bro.
so I just asked her to marry me.
Wasn't quite that quick.
It wasn't quite that.
It was a 6-month process.
That's
but,
right.
yeah.
A 6-month process is good. These people go years now without that.
I couldn't dance, but I had to learn how to dance because she was very good at dancing.
So a simple photo.
Yeah.
That's wow.
I think it was a little engineered by both of their mothers
yeah.
because Grandma and Nana played bowls together. And so my mum actually did jewellery parties back then, so a bit like Tupperware parties.
Yeah.
And my Nana organised to hold a jewellery party through Grandma. And, Mum turned up and as Dad tells the story, he saw this woman get out of the car and, she knocked on the door and he opened the door to let her in and he was just gobsmacked because there she was and it was, as
That
he
was
puts
it.
it, love at first sight.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's wow. Did she come along for a lot of the travelling?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
What was the first trip you guys went on?
Oh, down the Darling.
That was the
with Mum.
With Mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, gee, that was Will, wasn't it?
No. Wasn't it down the Colo?
Oh, the Colo River. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Colo is a very small river at the start. Got hardly any water in it. But we decided to tackle that, and we got some inflatable dinghies, but we kept getting holes in them. But luckily, all the properties that we were stopping at, which were mostly sheep stations, they helped us out. They had bits and pieces and stuff, and we managed to realise what a great country Australia is, and it was through that we met so many good people, and some of them remained in contact for years.
That's the Australian dream right there. Having people like that still around.
I remember Dad telling me that after that trip, because there was teeming down rain, it was drenching, they got very wet, they just slept underneath the boat at night and everything. And
Wow.
I remember him telling me that if Mum wouldn't leave him at the end of that trip, then she was definitely the one.
She was locked in. She was locked in.
She stayed around, and they almost made 50 years before she passed away.
Wow. That is awesome. That is such a bloody love story. I love that. Wow. So how far along after that trip did you come along?
They were actually married for 6 years before I came along, so they had some time to themselves for a while first.
And then you come along and it just got better, right? That's
Of
how
course.
that's how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yes, of course, definitely. I was the highlight of their whole life.
A lot of time to themselves still then. Dad went on many solo trips.
Well, I moved out at 18, got married at 20, so they didn't have to put up with me for too long until we did the travelling in my 20s for 4 years together. So I kind of came back for a bit, but at least we were in 2 separate caravans. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you always build your own vehicles, Mel? Or
We repaired them.
yeah, you repaired them? Yep.
We didn't build them, but we
No.
repaired them.
Yep.
And I can pull the bits and pieces out of the old Land Rovers and do nearly anything with them. My brother, on the other hand, he It's broken down, Mel, fix it. he just wasn't interested.
So who did most of the driving on these trips?
Well, we usually had two vehicles.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah. And Mike's method of driving was flat chat, bang, straight up, boom.
Yeah, right.
Oh, something's busted, Mel.
That would have kept you busy, yeah. That style of driving would have kept you on the tools.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was just you and your brother out in those places doing all that. There was no camera crews, no nothing.
No, we did a lot of the filming by putting the camera on a tripod and setting it up and then running around and doing what we were doing. And then filming each other doing what we were doing.
It brings me back to another section yet again in the book. Probably got to stop mentioning that. I'm going to tell everyone the whole story here. Actually, I think it's right at the start, where it refers to getting the long shots where you're talking into the camera and they're asking you if you're using a trailer or something to get the shot. And what did you use to get those shots? Was you talking at that point? There was no trailer, no anything like that. It was...
We put it on a tripod.
Oh, yeah.
Or Mike, my brother, he was magic. He could do anything with the camera, and it was like it was on a big
Big
jib. Yeah.
Really? So that was all
hand.
He was the one behind the camera when it was moving.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
why I ended
that's
up
what
doing
we
a lot of
figured.
the voiceover, because he didn't like doing voiceover. He hated doing it. And, we'd sit there and have to record it over and over to try and get it right. And I, on the other hand, used to write the scripts.
Yep.
And I enjoyed that because it was what I liked doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a bit hard when you started in the early days with filming, doing it on film, because you'd be a bit limited. You couldn't just go back and go, nah, record that again, or nah, do that again.
No, we had to shoot it on film.
Yeah.
We started out 16mm film we started with, not 8mm.
Yeah.
I think Dad just got good at perfecting getting it right the first
That's
time.
I suppose you'd have to, wouldn't you? Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah, well, you couldn't afford to waste the film.
Of course, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I don't think you'd be able to sit there and, try that again. We can get that.
I mean, it's the same when Dad's been invited to evenings to do talks, like with the Lions Club and things like that. And, he might have like a slideshow, put together, and I'll be like, have you worked out what you're going to say? He's like, I'll just work it out when I get there.
Straight off the rip.
It's just ad-lib,
Yeah.
You just look at a picture and go, oh, yes, and here we blah, 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 and yeah.
That's showmanship right there. Was there anyone that sort of inspired you guys along the way? Like,
David Attenborough.
I was waiting for that. I love that.
I
love that.
was curious about that too. That's very,
It's you know what the voiceovers too. Looking at that, I can see it. I can see that.
He's actually got a photo that David Attenborough signed and sent to him because he'd heard that Mal was a fan. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's so cool. That he knows the OG of the sport. Really, like, I'm sorry, but he's
He's as I said, pioneer, mate.
Yeah,
Wow.
he sent one to Mal. It's because Mal's the OG.
That's not the first time, but like something like that. As I said, going back to the letter before, Mal's dad had written a letter to the Prime Minister, and that's how they get the trip over here, right? But I think going back to it, he was called up by the captain of the ship,
That's right.
and he was sort of put in his place. Well, not put in his place, but he tried to sort of put him down a little bit. Oh, it's just crazy.
When you-
Creating waves, you guys are. I tell you.
Yeah, I think you could say Dad's done that pretty much his whole life. Whenever anyone told him, you can't do that, he's like, no, I'm going to
Gonna do
prove
it.
you wrong. I'm doing it anyway.
When you guys first started doing TV and stuff, did you really realise this was going to be such a big part of Australian culture for such a long time?
Developing Australia culture.
Yeah, like
No,
even
no.
then.
It was all a matter of doing what we liked doing
Yeah.
and filming it. That was the thing.
Well, it wasn't trendy. It was you guys just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't think Dad ever really truly realised just how popular what they did was. I mean, even today, we were driving along, we stopped at Coffs Harbour, and we'd organised and publicised that we were going to be there, and just on Facebook saying, hey, we're going to be there at 10 o'clock if you'd like to come up and meet him. Anyway, we got out of the car and went to the toilet and came back, and there's a crowd of people. And Dad's like, oh, there's a lot of people here. And I'm like, yeah, they're all here to see you. He's like, Why? Because they want to meet you. But why would they want to meet me? You know.
Mate, as I said, my dad nearly fell over. Jack's dad nearly fell over on the phone too. You've done a lot of things. You've inspired a lot of people, generations.
Well, there's a lot of people still travelling, and a lot of people now are getting out and doing it. And I think some of them are inspired by what you did.
Well, based on the Facebook comments that we get, I think pretty much a lot of them are inspired by what
I'd even go a little bit further. I think a lot of people would be even a bit subliminally not aware that they're inspired by you because
100%.
Of what you've done. Like, as I said, like these big channels and a lot of the content that is popular today, like Nate was saying before, vlogging, how it's become such a big thing. People go out in the bush and they want to vlog their fishing and their four driving. That's used. No one did that before you guys. Like that, they could even. These people may not have even heard of you, but whether that's the case or not, they've still been inspired by you
because they've seen someone else do it who's also been inspired by yourself. Yeah. It's straight pioneering. Like we wouldn't be out doing the stuff we do today, vlogging and videoing and interviewing cool people and doing those sort of things if it wasn't for
we used to carry a spear with us that you'd pull apart. You screwed it apart and it had a pair of, a set of teeth on the end of it.
Yeah.
And we used that to go and get fish.
Right.
For food.
Yeah, and crabs, especially crabs.
Crabs?
Yeah.
So what was the go-to food while you were away? Was it
whatever we could get? We had an old ex-army 303 as well. So
Yeah. I think that came in handy. I've heard lots of stories about chasing boars down and
bush turkeys,
emu eggs, scrambled eggs, and
the old emus.
I just can't do that.
Nah, they're a bit of a wild thing. If they're out in the wild, they're a bit vicious too, to be honest.
Yeah,
those emus.
I remember being in South Australia. Just on a trip camping, and woke up in the morning, opened up the tent door, and as I did, about 50 centimetres in front of me, there was an emu, and it's just looking at me, and it was like, I think I'll just shut the door now.
Pretend I'm not here, no one's home.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it lived in the caravan park and wandered around.
Oh, no.
But, and I remember another night hearing this noise in the middle of the night, and said to my ex-husband, there's something outside. Please go check. So we went out and opened the door, and there was a Brahman bull.
Wow.
Just wandering around.
Friendly type of cattle too, aren't they?
Have you ever encountered something like that in the middle of a night? One of those trips where you went, what the hell is that?
Crocodiles.
Oh,
Crocodiles?
Jesus, pack it up.
Yeah. No, that'd be North Queensland for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, crocs. We would always try to avoid being somewhere too close to the water.
Of course.
Because of that.
Yeah.
It wasn't always possible.
Sorry, what were you saying?
You go, man, yeah.
No, what was the probably dangerous place in regards, most dangerous place you went to in regards to wildlife? Would it be North Queensland and crocodiles, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say crocs.
Yeah.
And emus can be a bit aggressive.
Yeah,
They're
pretty
bugger
cool.
everything. I've encountered one of those in of all places. Cessnock, to be honest.
It's not.
I mean, luckily you never came across cassowary, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no yowies though. None of those.
No drop bears.
No drop bears.
Yeah.
What's the other one? We got a few of those bloody things.
What
Isn't
heaps.
there? Oh, mate.
What was harder, filming like the trips and I guess making it all come together, or planning where you were going to go next?
Well, planning where you went to go next was the easy part because we got all these letters
I
coming.
suppose the
Yeah, the
letters.
letters,
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah.
And we just broke them down into territories.
Yep.
And there were 7 states, but we ended up with 14 by the time we'd finished dividing up the country.
I remember when we were filming Leylands Australia, Dad would be, I've got all this footage, but I'm not sure I've got enough to tell the story. And, Mum and I'll be like, no, you've got plenty. He's like, no, I want to get some more just in case, a few shots just to put it together in case. And then he'd start editing it and then he'd get to the end and he's like, I've got too much footage, I need to cut it down. And Mum and I are like, yep.
Does that goes to like literally cutting film and joining it with tape and?
No, well, back then on that trip, it was with the SX, so it wasn't the old school film. Yeah, so it was a little bit easier.
But that's what you used to do back in the day, though, right? You'd be cutting film and taping it together to.
Yeah.
Well, we started using 8mm film
Yeah.
before it was allowed to be used.
Yeah. I mean, I remember as a kid going into the editing studio and there was just tape.
Table.
There was just, offcuts everywhere.
Yeah.
And I remember the little editing machine. I guess you could say it's a little bit like a stapler.
Yeah.
You put
Splicer, it's
a
called.
splicer.
Splicer,
And I remember having all the offcuts and saying, and Dad said, yeah, you can do that. So I would sit there and I'd put all the offcuts together and make my own little movie of offcuts because I wanted to be just like my dad. And
That's so
I guess
cool.
that's kind of what I still not so much want to be like my dad, but still following in his footsteps.
100%,
It's just that
It's in the blood.
now it's all digital. And I mean, we filmed just a little snippet the other day where we went up to Herberton and it was a combination of the camera that we're using for this trip that we're doing at the moment, plus footage off my mobile phone.
Yeah.
And you put it together and you could barely tell the difference.
It's absolutely insane. Like we film off we got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and that's built-in stabilizer. So there's no steady hand. You can be as shaky as you want.
Yeah.
It'll flick around and you can hit the button and it'll just flick the camera around and talk to you. You don't have to try and twist the camera or hold it in the right spot.
Yeah.
It's just incredible how far technology's come with that sort of stuff.
Well, we did some filming at Gladstone 2 days ago.
Good spot.
And we went to the museum and I just took a mixture of stills and videos on my phone, got back to the accommodation and looked at it, put it all together, put some music on it, sat down with my laptop, wrote a script, did a voiceover, put together a little, 1 minute, 22-second little video all on my phone.
Yeah, it's crazy. That and little reels, like you take these little clips of videos and stitch them together.
Yeah.
And it just goes mental.
Yeah, I mean, if Dad had had that back in the day, his life would have been so different. Which I think is why there's so many people out there doing it now, because they can.
And it's well, not to throw shade on it, it's simple now. Like it's super simple to do it.
Yeah.
You literally can get out there with a phone and just stitch it together on your phone.
Yeah.
You don't have to technically have all this stuff that like we have to do it, but you want to try and get a little bit better shot. You get the better gear and go from there, but it's really hard to tell. It's really, really hard to tell.
I mean, for the little snippets that we're doing, which is mostly just for Facebook and stuff, it's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram these days.
Yeah.
We post a lot on there and it's just like, oh man, some of the stuff you see these days, I don't even know how people or why people want to view it.
Yeah.
Some of the crap you come across because it's nothing like what you guys are doing.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a few people comment that, I'm a chip off the old block with how I put my little stories together. They're like, oh my gosh, it's you doing it, but it's just like how your dad did it. So,
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you think people really realise how much of how much the show was actually a family effort, like us, the Leyland Brothers show?
I don't think they did to start with.
Yeah.
But once Lorraine started appearing in the films, because she didn't want to be in the films.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yep.
But once she started appearing in the films, all of a sudden we got masses of letters.
Yeah.
They all wanted to see more of her.
Good for business.
Yeah.
Good for business, that's for sure.
The iconic wet t-shirt shirt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, in the intro to the show?
Yeah.
Intro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, no.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Oh, well,
that is-
I guess it helps raises. I mean, these days it's nothing.
It's
compared-
normal.
No, it's
That's
not
normal.
nor
But
is
back
it?
then it was pretty brazen.
It was eye-opening back then. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
From back then, it would have been really cutting edge, realistically. That
Yeah.
makes
I
sense.
mean, my mum had the body, I guess, so why not, right?
Send it. Absolutely send it.
Did you when you look back now, what do you appreciate most about doing all that travel and building such a legacy with your brother?
The travel and the people that we met.
Yeah.
We'd go to properties that were isolated and they didn't get a lot of visitors anyway. What they did is they got people in when they were doing mustering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we'd get to see that part of the country that very few other people did. And we'd often get to stay in the house with them.
Yeah.
So you just live the life like you were.
Yeah.
You get the full experience. You're not
Yeah.
getting.
You get the background.
Yeah,
You definitely get to really experience it more so than just being a regular tourist that just goes through. So it's definitely an inside window, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is, a unique experience. And I think the whole thing was that they tried to portray that as much
As
with what
possible,
they were
yeah.
doing, so that people could really feel and experience it.
Do you still live off the coconut milk and all the other stuff?
No, I think it comes out of UHT these
About to
days.
say, yes.
So, you can buy it in supermarket.
Yeah.
Well, things have improved in that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember growing up with powdered milk, and it had very distinct flavour. Whereas, if you have powdered milk these days, you
It's
can,
pretty
you
plain.
can
pretty
basically
hard.
not take it. You taste it, it just, a day after, and it tastes like normal milk. Whereas back in the day, it very much had a distinct flavour.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair call.
Yeah.
That one. I still remember my grandma making mashed potatoes with the old powdered milk and stuff. And,
Funnily enough, I grew up, my thing was, Milo at night, sitting around the campfire, and it was always made with powdered milk, and I can't drink it any other way because,
really?
yeah, that's
just how it was.
For me, Milo, that's how it tasted. So I have to have my Milo made with powdered milk.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I always have powdered milk in the pantry because, ironically, I don't have any Milo since my kids grew up. So
You might have to hit the shops.
I might have to hit the shops and
Woolies is
have
down
a
the
cup of
road.
Milo in the middle of the Simpsons. Yeah.
Take it back to
Send
old
us a
times.
message when you do. Send us a photo.
Yeah, I might have to try and do that. Yeah.
That's done. That's going to get hung up on the wall for sure.
Do you think now, Mal, that, or even Carmen as well, I guess, do you think a lot of the content creators and even the people who might make a living out of doing it today are having a crack at that? Do you reckon they'd even last half as long or doing half the things or doing the way you did it back in the day?
I
or?
don't think so. I don't think anybody would do things the way they did it. I mean, I remember Mum saying that when they first got married, they spent the first 9 months of their marriage living in a 2-man tent.
That's awesome, mate.
Wow.
So, not too many people are prepared to,
was
make
the one.
that commitment. Yeah,
She was the one, that's
She
for sure.
definitely was.
That's so funny, man.
And the vehicles we had, they used to have 6 studs on each one,
Yep.
On each wheel, yeah.
and we'd end up breaking them, and you'd be down to 3 on each wheel.
So, definitely much easier travelling in the modern vehicle. Not to mention the air conditioning.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
True, and the motors that shouldn't really overheat when you're doing half the stuff you're doing.
Yes, well, I remember, we were having the conversation the other day about spare tyres on this trip, and I'm like, nah, we'll be all right. Modern technology, modern tyres, we're going to get right. We're going to get across without any issues. So I'm listening. I hope that Toyota's listening, and
Yeah, fingers,
our
toes,
vehicles
everything
make
across
it
for us.
from all the way back home to Gans
Pray
without
to the
any
car
issues.
gods.
I think if it hasn't got any of that pollution gear, you might be all right. But I'm sure ARB's looked after you 100% with that. You shouldn't have any issues with those.
No, ARB have done an amazing job putting it together.
The V8, V8 still in that
V8,
one?
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, you won't have any issues with that.
No,
Plenty
no.
of grunt.
Although I have to admit, after being in a petrol car for such a long time, it's quite loud.
Yeah,
I've forgotten how
yeah.
Bit more
noisy.
knocky.
I mean, Dad had a Holden Captiva, which
Yep.
was diesel, but it was quiet. You couldn't
Really?
hear it. Yeah.
Land Cruiser's a bit more agricultural.
It's definitely, it's built.
You definitely going looking for danger, Mal, owning one of those.
Though he was lucky, actually, that they had the 1-year model that didn't have the issues. So they had no
way.
problem. And my son ended up getting Dad's car when Dad was finished and got something else. And he had that car for probably 5 years. So
No issues.
no issues.
Holden, they're a bloody great thing, but those ones, they're an adventure in themselves, some of them,
Yeah.
that's for sure. So are your kids into the adventure side of things? Are they?
They love, they get out and go camping.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 24 and 21, so I think with the girls that are 21, I think it's more about going camping and drinking
Yep.
with mates, which I know they've done a bit of. And my son, he did a bit of camping with his last girlfriend for a bit.
Yeah.
But Yeah, they grew up camping. That was our holiday.
That's
Go
awesome.
away
Yeah.
when school holidays, go camping, and
Well, we see it. Like I'm horrible for it. I glamp, I should say. We usually get a bit of a cabin or something when we go
Yeah.
out these days. I got 4 children, but you do see it. You see a lot of families that pull up, or a lot of couples that pull up, and they've got their cars set up now. There's a rooftop tent on it. They've got everything built in. They pull off a thing off their spare wheel, and they've got a fire pit. They've got everything. Everything's there.
Yeah, well, we did a lot of that with the kids. Had the car top tent, had camper trailers, and you name it, we've done it. And our kids grew up on acreage as well, so
Yeah.
always running around and banging their knee and yeah.
Rubbing dirt in their wounds.
Yeah,
and growing up.
Yeah, they grew up.
That's
close to a lifestyle as I had, I guess.
That's the best. That's the
Yeah.
best. I'm so thankful my kids got to do that as well. We've got a farm as well, so
Yeah.
it's been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, my
Well,
kids have often said that it was the best childhood that they could have had. And
100%.
They grateful that they got to have that lifestyle when they were little.
you got to let the boys jump their dirt, their bikes in the dirt, and have all that sort of fun. Otherwise, they don't do
building
much.
cubbies in the scrub and
So
yeah.
that's like
That was
core
the
memories
best.
when I was a kid, building shacks in the bush with sticks and leaves and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we had, because my son would have his mates over, and so there would be the boys' cubbies, and then there would be the girls' cubbies. So.
Yeah, can't get cooties.
And but the girls, they actually had like flower gardens around them. And
Oh, wow.
The boys had camouflage nets and all the rest of it. And at one point, they actually had one up on top of the shipping container. They'd climb up with the ladder, and they'd be up there, and they'd pull the ladder up so the girls couldn't come up.
Oh, that's a smart idea. I like that.
Yeah, so
That's brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Was it ever harder working with family than it was strangers, Mel, do you reckon?
No, not really.
No.
No.
Never
I mean,
got-
Dad and Uncle Mike had such a close relationship.
Of course,
that it just worked,
Yeah.
and I think that was because they came out as immigrants as young children. They kind of bonded because
Yeah.
they were these pommies, and growing up and in the 50s, with all the Aussies that they had to learn how to kind of get along with, and they became very close at a young age because they were reliant upon each other to kind of survive this strange new country.
So when you strip it back, do you think that's really what made you work together, like well together for such a long period of time and do the things that you did together?
I think it was. I think one of the things that was important to us was the trip we did down the Darling River.
Of course.
That was the one that set the whole pattern for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Dad talks about that a lot. And
Yeah,
it's a good trip.
the bond
Yeah.
that they formed on that trip.
Of course.
Well, it's trial and tribulation. Essentially, you'd have overcome a lot of things on that trip that either makes or breaks friendship
Yeah.
or a I don't know.
I mean,
break it down.
they sealed the deal, and from
Literally,
then
yeah.
they spent 30 odd years working together, traveling, and yeah.
Did you find it hard adapting when you come out from England? Is it?
Not really. No. We were the pommies.
Yeah, bit hard learning that term, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, we got picked on a lot at school. My brother being older than me, I had an older brother who I looked up to, and
Yeah.
and but a lot of the things we did because it was what we were expected to do.
Yeah,
And going to school and learning how to play cricket and stuff like that.
right.
Yeah.
It would have been a bit of a language shock too, I imagine. The Australian language it's English, but
Yeah.
barely
Although
English.
I don't think it was quite as bad as today. I think we developed a lot more slang
Yeah,
over the time. Yeah.
yeah.
My oath.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sound cut that. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, Dad's been here since he was 5, so it's pretty much as Australian as you can get.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
He just has a British passport.
He's more Aussie than I think a lot of Australians, to be quite honest with you. He's done and
Yeah.
seen the most of the country.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the best part. The old dual citizenship. I've got that.
Yeah, me too. And I actually have to update that now because apparently I have to fly over to the UK on my British passport, and it's in a different name to my Australian passport. So I have to Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah,
It's gonna be very
I have to
fun.
change that now. So luckily I'm not planning a trip to the UK anytime soon. But I mean, the last time I went to the UK, it was a case of I feel like going, we need to go away. I need a break. Okay, when you want to go? There's some good flights in 2 days.
Yep. Right.
So we did. We jumped on the plane and went and spent 10 days in Cornwall.
Beautiful.
And can't do that now. Got to get my passport sorted first.
That's That's a different culture from over there to here, I reckon.
It is.
Even back then, it was the 50s. 50s used to come over.
Yeah, 1950.
Where do you think your favourite place outside of our own backyard was for you, Mel?
New Guinea.
New Guinea, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, spent a bit of time up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know that there's a lot of places outside Australia. I really don't.
Dad has always said that if he could do an overseas trip, it would be to Antarctica.
Yeah,
True.
that hasn't been explored.
Now he for a little while there, he kept coming to me and he's like, "Oh, I found this cruise." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "It's Antarctica and I'd really like to go." And I'm like, "I don't have a spare $40,000."
Yeah,
So,
wow.
yeah,
40
we're
grand.
yeah, we're gonna have to put that one on the back burner.
Yeah. Hope
mean,
the
you
tourism
can-
takes
there
off again. We'll be good.
There are actually some cheaper options now, but at that time, that was how much, for him and I to go together, and
40
it was about
grand.
40
That's
grand.
a lot of money.
Yeah, so I think there was
Include
some
the
cheaper
meals.
options. Yes, include the meals.
It sounds like it's still about to happen here. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to do that with him, but and of course there are cheaper options now than there was back then, but still outside my budget.
It's it hasn't really been explored, that place. Not much, I don't think. The old Antarctica.
No,
It's
be pretty special, I think, seeing penguins. And,
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't think of anyone better to go with than Mal Leyland.
Yeah, so if anyone out there runs Antarctica cruises and they would like to provide an opportunity for Dad to go, then we'll quite happily
You're
accept
out.
that. Yeah.
Garage Talker endorsing this advertisement. You heard it here first, right?
We're definitely down for that.
Oh.
That's amazing.
What do you think urged you is it just that's what you wanted to do? Do you think that was what urged you just to get in the car and go, let's go? Or get in a boat and go, let's go?
Yeah, pretty much. Down the Darling was the first thing we ever did. And
But I mean, I remember Dad saying that he was really inspired by the story of the Kentucky crossing.
yeah.
And that's kind of where it was like he read that story and it was like, what can we do that's like that? And that's how they ended up doing Down the Darling. And of course, everything kind of spiraled from there. But it is, the inspiration of others, I guess, where that's how we all get inspired to do everything, right?
Oh, definitely. Is there any letters you've got, Mal, that have been memorable? Like any of those letters you got sent in that have stuck with you over the years?
Oh, so many.
Mate, that's a good one. So,
I mean, I remember Dad telling me that apparently Mum replied to every single letter.
No way.
Yep. And I was actually recently contacted by somebody and they sent me a photo of the letter
You're
that my
kidding.
mum wrote back to them and they still have that all
Wow.
these years later. So that's pretty amazing. So when we eventually open our museum that we're hoping to get opened in Cairns possibly next year, I'm going to definitely have that photo of that letter up as part of the museum display.
That's cool as hell. To be honest,
I know.
That's so cool.
I was overwhelmed when she
That's
she
bizarre.
contacted me. I was like, oh my God. And because Mum's gone now, you know, to see that, it's just bringing me closer to
It's
her.
homely, it's homely, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, the museum is such a fantastic idea. I think that is just great. Absolutely
I mean,
great.
that was how this whole project that we're doing now kind of started. Dad talked for so long about wanting to have a gallery to display his photos because, you know, people think of him as a cinema photographer, but he's actually a still photographer.
yeah.
And so many people have never seen his photos and he's always wanted to be able to share that with people. And so that's where the conversation first started was, you know, well, how could we do this? Or maybe we could have like a Leyland museum where people would come along. And of course, for me, it would be about telling my mum and dad's story because
course,
my mum was such a key component.
She's
of the
a
whole
driving
thing.
force,
So
I think.
it's the story of mum and dad.
Yeah.
So, you know, the idea was, okay, we'll do the museum. They can come along. along. I'll have like a little coffee shop in the corner, which is, Lara's Cafe with some of my mum's favourite cakes that she used to love making.
Yeah.
And then have Dad a gallery of my dad's work on display so people can see them, maybe buy something. So that was where it kind of all started. And it was like, okay, well, how can we fund this? And that was the idea of doing the Wheels trip this year. But yeah, the cost of the trip has actually blown out, so we're only going to break even.
It happens.
But hopefully we can sell the documentary. We're hoping, we've been trying to get through to Channel 9. It's really hard to get past the switchboard, so to make contact. But we're hoping that someone like that might come along and take that, and hopefully we can make enough money from the documentary to be able to fund this museum. So, which is again how the tour company kind of started. So it was like, well, if we can sell enough tours, if we can sell the documentary, we can get the money together and be able to, get this museum up and running. So originally we were hoping to do it for this year. That's not going to happen. So hopefully we can get some money rolling in the door so we can open it next year.
If we can help out, I really think, I think Jack would agree with me on this. I reckon if we put those T-shirts, the Aussie Leyland Brothers shirts up again, we'd happily get those printed and sell those on our shop. And if whatever money coming from those goes straight to you guys, we don't want anything for it.
That would
those
be amazing.
Shirts
We'd
are
love to do something with you guys.
Yeah, well, we'll have to, talk about what we could do.
We can do
that
something
happen.
with that. Yeah. They're cool. They're such a cool shirt. Jack said to me, he's like, man, we should get these made up before
I was literally like,
Sunday.
I've been trying to find one of these shirts online. I can't find it anywhere. Can we get one made so we have one when they get here? We've just got Leyland Brothers shirts.
It's funny actually because since we've been posting on Facebook about this trip, I've had a few people contact us sending photos of mugs that they have from when they originally went to Leyland Brothers World, and they've still got them. And it was like, wow, that's amazing. And you haven't broken them. You're like, seriously, who has mugs that last that long without breaking? Maybe they don't drink out of them because they're too special.
Maybe. They're just collector's items at this point in
So
time.
they'll have to come and visit the museum when we get it open and buy a Leyland's Travel Australia mug.
Well, yeah. If you need help designing, we can help you out with that too.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
I'm excited for the museum. Where are you thinking about basing something like that? In Cairns.
Yeah, because that's where we call home now.
Yep. Hell of a spot.
It's for us. It's the gateway. It's the gateway to Cape York. It's a gateway to the outback. Which is why a lot of the tours that we've been putting together kind of start from Cairns because it really gets into outback Queensland. And so we've got an eye on a location, and it's like, hope it's still there when we're ready to go. Because it's perfect for what we want.
Everything will line up.
I hope so.
Oh, definitely. And you know what? I shouldn't even say there's no luck with it. It just falls into place usually. If it's right, it just goes. Yeah. It just rolls with it.
I mean, I remember Dad used to always say, if you want something to happen, you can always find a way to make it happen.
Oh,
so,
definitely.
It's just believing that it'll all come together.
He's very much living proof of that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, my dad always encouraged me to go for anything. If you really want something hard enough, just go for it, make it happen. And I guess I've lived a very spontaneous life. As a result, I kind of go, I want to do that. So and that's how we ended up in Cairns. It was like we were in Toowoomba. John was looking for a new job, and it was like, let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah. Was your Uncle Mike the same as your dad? Was he very driven like that?
I didn't, to be honest, spend a lot of time with my uncle to really know that side of him.
Okay.
We used to obviously catch up, but it was more for me about playing with my cousins.
That's a fair call. That's a fair call, yeah. That's a fair call. Well, yeah.
Is there anywhere left in Australia, Mal, that, I don't know, still gives you that original sense of discovery?
Take you back to those 20s.
Tasmania.
Yeah.
Tassie. Of all places too. It's bloody cold.
Yeah. But it's also interesting.
I want to get down there. I've never been down there in Tassie.
Oh, really?
It's
well,
beautiful.
You've got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mum and Dad lived down there for 3 years, so I went down there quite a few times while they were there and fell in love with it as well.
Yeah.
Whereabouts were you? Is it like Launceston or something like that?
Sprayton, near Devonport.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's a little spot.
hour and a quarter from Launceston.
Launceston, yeah.
But everywhere's not that far away down there.
That's true.
No, that's right.
True.
It's
I
not
remember
far.
when we were there, we took a day trip down to Hobart. So we left early in the morning, drove down to Hobart, did Salamander markets, looked around,
Yeah.
stopped on the way back and looked at a few different things. And I remember telling somebody, and they're like, "Oh, so you went down for the weekend?" I'm like, "No, just a day trip." They're like, "What?" It's like, meh, it was a day trip. You know, it's like 3 hours there, 3 hours back.
3 hours, 4 hours drive, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I mean, that's what you do on the mainland.
Yeah.
When we're in Toowoomba, we go to the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah. Yep.
Go up there for 3 hours, spend the day walking around, go to the beach, get an ice cream, get fish and chips, drive back home again. That's what you do. That's a mainland thing. So
Yeah.
apparently it's not a Tasmanian thing. You don't do that in one day.
Well,
It's
see,
too
we,
far.
we love the Hunter for that. Like we've got the best of both worlds with where we live here. I'm pretty happy with our spot. We've got beaches 20 minutes one way. We've got the vineyards 20 minutes the other way. And it's a hell of a spot.
And
Plus,
that's what I love about Cairns. We've got the Tablelands, you know,
Right there, yep.
you know, just up the range. We've got the Daintree rainforest. You know, okay, you can't go swimming necessarily at the beach, but there is a part of
This
Palm
beach,
Cove
though.
where you can go swimming.
There is a swimming area, yeah.
But you can go out and, you know, on the reef, which we've done a couple of times now, and done snorkeling. So
can you still drive on the beach and stuff up that way?
don't think so. No.
See, that's one thing I do love about here. We've got Stockton, which I'm sure you've probably been on Stockton a few times, Mel.
Yeah, we tested our vehicles out there a lot.
Before they did the
Before they
wheels
did the
trip.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's I don't think it'd be as big as you'd remember it though. Now it's sort of washed away a bit there, and you can't drive on half an hour.
No,
I don't think, can you?
it's heaps reduced to where you can even drive on there now, which is a bit of a shame. But what do you think you're most proud of when you look back at the legacy you've made?
I think probably the fact that we had the success that we didn't expect. That wasn't what we were doing.
Trying, yeah.
We weren't trying to do that. And all the letters that came in were enormously successful for us to receive because it meant that we were reaching large numbers of people. And, of course, Channel 9 were running the stuff and they were getting letters. So it was amazing that was happening. And apparently it was the largest response they've ever had to any program that they ever put on.
So you did switch up years upon years ago. You went from Channel 9 to 7, I think.
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, that's right.
They realised how much they missed you by the looks of that.
Yes.
And bit of a viewer drop off there, I reckon, because it wasn't very long. It was only 18 months or something.
Yeah, that's right.
You've changed up. There you go.
Went back to 9. So
Yeah.
their longest affiliation was definitely with 9.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think they've been on every network. So SBS,
Really?
ABC, we were on 10 for a little while.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, there's, you know, but predominantly 9.
Predominantly 9.
Yeah.
Nine's been home. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to make a call that, you know, could have gone good or bad? You weren't really sure what the outcome was going to be.
Well, yeah.
Because I'd
There was a
imagine,
few hairy moments in his life.
because I'd
so-
imagine being the first, having so many firsts. Like, there was first for you, but they were first for everyone. You just pioneered so
Having
much
to
stuff.
dive over the side of a boat and swim through sharks to get the anchor off the bottom, which was stuck on a bit of reef and stuff like that.
Wow.
This is what I'm talking about. So there's moments like this. Like, this is why I asked that, because
Well, a TV show can't pick that up.
I'd be
probably.
sitting there, I'd be like, I'm stuck here forever now.
I'm done.
I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna have to either
Gonna
get
camp.
fish to eat, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna die of starvation on the boat.
That's right. Oh, wow. There'd be a lot of moments I imagine you've had along those sort of lines, where it's a make or break. You just roll with it, you do it, and get yourself out of there.
Do you think Australia felt a lot more unknown back then compared to now?
I'm pretty sure it was to begin with, but our programs were changing things. The number of letters we got was amazing.
Yeah.
That was the thing that really convinced us that we were making a big impact.
I remember Dad telling me that when they first, you know, put the thing out saying, you know, write in and, you know, send us a letter and everything about where you want to go. They went to the post box and opened it up, and they were like, "Oh, there's nothing in there. There's a note in it saying, please come inside the post office. So they went in and handed it in. They said, is there a problem? And I said, we have never received so much mail ever. There was 3 mailbags full of letters that had arrived all simultaneously.
So how did you go through? How did you sort through that, or was that just?
Apparently that was Mum's job.
Yeah. Big job.
So yeah,
Big job.
that was Mum's job to
Big
go
job.
through them all and organise them, and then she put forward and said, "I think these are the ones
These
that
are the
we
ones
should
to
be,
go with."
you know,
Yeah.
having a second look at, etc."
So what brought the letters thing about? Whose idea was that? Or how did that start?
Well, that started because of the fact that we got letters coming in when a program went on Channel 9 when we went down to Darwin.
So that's what brought in the letters.
And that brought in enough response for us to think we could
Just ask for it. And
we
people,
could ask for them.
Yeah. I mean, I remember back in 2018, Dad and I first started looking at the idea of doing something again.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, we were like, yep, okay, let's do this. We'll go out, we'll do a little footage, put together a pilot program and all the rest of it. And the idea was we were going to call it Ask the Leylands, as in Dad and I.
Yeah.
And but of course it was going to be send an email.
Yeah.
And then, of course, COVID hit, so it didn't come to anything. And it's still something that, you know, has ticked over and been discussed since
definitely do
since
that.
then.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess that was 7 years ago now.
We use a thing for our normal podcast. We use a thing called SpeakPipe, and people leave a vocal message for us now, like a mail bank essentially. You should do something like that. That'd be cool.
I mean, it would be awesome if I could just travel around and do what Dad did. And
It's
you know,
hard.
Yeah,
It's hard these days.
Yeah,
But
but
It's like someone, you know, already took all the content and the ideas off or something.
I mean, the thing is, my whole life, you know, people, you know, have always said, you know, you must have been so awesome to have, you know, just got paid to have a holiday. And it was like, if you knew how much went into it, you would not opt to do it. Yes, you go to see some amazing places, you meet some amazing people and get to do things that the average Joe doesn't get to see and do because they just don't have the time to do it. But it's a lot of work.
Of
They
course.
don't see, you know, the hours upon hours of work that goes in behind the scenes.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Like how much even went into the planning of some of those trips that you guys would have done? Like even the
I mean, a lot harder. There was no internet to do research
Of
back
course.
then.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
you know, if like when we were in Gladstone the other day, and I was putting that together, the first thing you do is jump online and go, "What's
Yeah.
the history
Yeah.
of Gladstone?"
Yep.
Whereas back then it was, you know, encyclopedias and
For us,
Yeah.
going. And I even remember back when we were filming Leylands Australia, you know, we'd go into information centres and we'd get all the brochures and we talk to people, and that's where, you know, we get all your information. And when we were going through Dad's stuff to kind of get it from a full garage, you know, well, it was actually a shipping container full of his stuff to somewhat condensed.
Yep.
In with all the footage and all the slides and negatives and transparencies was mountains and mountains of brochures and
from the info centres.
that they had collected for information to write the stories from. You know,
Incredible.
it was a few trailer loads of stuff that went to the dump because
That's
you know,
insane.
it's all online now. So you
Yeah.
know, you can email someone and say I need some information. Blah blah blah. It's definitely a lot easier to do it now.
Wow. Well, you probably started tourism for Australia, Mal. Let's be real.
Yes,
And
yes.
You look at it like that, you really have. You pioneered
crazy.
everything.
And I guess what's disappointed me the most is how much they contributed to the country.
Yeah.
They even received an MBE for their work.
Wow.
You know, I mean, had the opportunity to go over to England, receive it from the Queen, but didn't have the time to go. So they got it
Got better
given
things to
them
do,
by
I
the
get
Governor
that.
General
Yeah.
instead. But the thing is, of all the years that they did everything and all the filming that they contributed, not once did they ever get considered for a Logie.
I didn't
Really?
know that.
No.
Wow.
No recognition within the actual industry along those lines.
Well, that's because the stuff we were filmed was considered to be amateurish.
Yeah, it was.
wasn't-
Even
Wasn't professional.
even though when it
Yeah.
got
even
got
though
aired on
they
TV.
outranked all the other
Interesting.
programs
Yeah.
and he received
didn't you not
higher
have like
ratings.
40% viewership on
They got more viewership than the grand final, the footy grand final.
That's why I just heard that and then fell over. I was like, hang on, hold up.
Yeah, more people watched their show that night than the grand final. That's how popular the program was.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's a national sport.
Yeah. I mean, and most Aussies are crazy about their football.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Neither.
football person. I'm very grateful that I never have to watch football. My husband doesn't follow it, so
Shout out, John.
Yeah, shout out John, bro.
yeah.
We would have been watching Arsenal Leylands that night too, don't you, Ari?
Well, I mean, I remember as a kid going, oh my gosh, I'm never going to watch ABC and SBS. The stuff that my parents watch is so boring. So yeah, now we watch a lot of programs on SBS. We love watching the documentaries and the history shows that come on later. But everything's always late at night.
Yeah.
You know, and once you get to my age, you kind of want to go to sleep.
8:30 is my bedtime.
Yeah, well, we're in bed at 9 and we're watching TV and it's like, I really want to watch this show on Cleopatra, but oh my God, my eyes want to be closed. Yeah. But everything starts at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. That's really interesting.
I don't get it. I really don't understand why they do that. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to drag people out for that. You got people watching them.
We don't turn Main Street TV on until late. We watch the news, then we watch like Netflix or something until later when we go to bed and when the interesting stuff comes on.
You guys should try and hit up Netflix instead of Channel 9. I feel like you'd be probably better off getting a streaming service doing what you're doing.
Well, if someone has a contact for how to get through to Netflix, that would be awesome.
We'll make a call. We'll make a call for you. It's 100%.
Because it's really hard. It's really hard.
I really do. I feel like you'd be better off with the streaming service with what you're doing. And you're filming it the same way. If you're filming it vlog style, you'd be, on the road, edit, away you go.
Well, the documentary that we're doing at the moment is going to be put together a combination of the old footage and the new footage to tell the story. But yeah, we're doing, vlogs and short videos, and I mean, it would not be hard to put something together.
Comparing the old footage to like modern day and taking it back to whenever you done the trip in the 70s or 80s or whenever you were at that spot and comparing the footage of the place, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell, I'd watch that.
I mean,
100%.
Every day we get so many people commenting on our Facebook page saying we can't wait to see the final documentary when it comes out.
But even a series, like it'd be great.
Oh, we get them as well.
Oh.
When are you doing another series? We really, we don't like what's on TV. We want to watch your stuff again. But, can they rerun your old stuff?
Valid,
on telly?
valid questions and points. Just saying though. Valid.
Yeah. We got asked the other day if we could re-release some of our stuff on DVDs.
Can you?
And it's like. Does anyone own a DVD player anymore?
Oh, but even selling that to not selling, whatever,
downloads
getting on a streaming service,
I see, because that's a realistic thing. Like I would watch that
100%
because it's so true. There is just garbage on TV nowadays, and I say this to him all the time. So in our little group, there's like I'm into me forward driving a bit, and Will, our other guy, is usually with us.
Will,
he's into
producer
it too.
Will, usually.
We've had little garage talk, forward drive, and going away trips and stuff. I sort of, how do I put it? I wouldn't go out directly and watch any of the
mainstream stuff.
Mainstream creators. I think it's all soft garbage, and I sort of make comments to them about that all the time. I just think I have a theory that I think it's all
woke.
Yeah, they've somehow turned forward driving and camping and exploring your country into soft wokeness.
Yes.
It's so weird. Like they need to rerun your guys' content. They need to rerun us the Leylands
tins as bloody boat oars, mate. That's what
we want to see. Yes. We don't want to see this. I broke my coffee machine in my Land Cruiser. I can't make a latte for breakfast. Oh shit! And they're staying at a caravan park. It's like,
and I think it's also too. The difference is. We told stories.
Yes.
We told history.
Yep.
We said, this area was settled. It was
and like a documentary too.
We told stories so that it was interest.
Yes.
Whereas these days, it's just fluff.
It is. It's fluff, and it's shit they've read on the internet that maybe doesn't exist.
I remember when Big Brother first came out, and I thought, that's crap.
It's garbage.
That's not going to last.
Yeah.
How is it still on television?
Bloody
what
maths.
about maths? Thank you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. Don't even get me on that warpath.
But you don't need to watch it. You just need to see the highlights come on,
clips,
and you've seen the whole show anyway.
This is garbage.
But it's not real.
No.
It's acting.
That's what we're lacking nowadays.
It's not taking a photo of somebody and making a bloody legacy out of it. Sorry, Mal, but they're taking a video. They're putting people that don't bloody know each other together and going, oh, here you go. That'll do you. Go away and make some good comical TV out of it because it's not going to work.
Because it's all about the drama.
Oh, it's horrible.
That's all I want is the drama, and people get hooked on that.
See, I feel like the TV reruns would be fantastic for even my kids. Like, it's a learning point for children to watch.
Yeah.
And go, well, shit, this is where we live. This is the place we live in. This is the greatest country in the world. What are we doing?
History doesn't change.
No.
You know, Mother Nature doesn't change. You know, you see an image back then, it might be better quality now.
Yeah.
But it's still the same place. It's still the same history. There might be more modern history tacked onto it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the fundamentals are still the same. I mean, I remember Dad filming, you know, a lady who carved dolls out of apples.
Wow.
We had those little apples in our little display cabinet as a kid, and I remember slowly watching these apples slowly decay and turn into shriveled little old ladies and stuff like that. But I mean, no one does anything like that anymore.
No.
But you know, that was one of the most successful episodes. They got so many people writing in about these apple dolls that were being carved. And,
Where was that
You
at?
made her business boom, that's for sure.
We got a lot of response from what was on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was the thing that kept us going.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, apparently it was, I don't remember where the dolls were, but yeah.
I reckon we'll have to Google that soon. We'll Google it and see if we
Where
find
can we
someone
go
that
find
does it.
apple dolls?
I feel like I need one in my house now.
I mean, who thinks, you know, I'm going to carve a doll out of an apple?
I watched a guy today. We had Steamfest here in Maitland, which was a pretty good show, actually. I didn't mind going there and having a look around today. They had a beautiful range of cars and trains and stuff there. But there was a bloke there today who had a chainsaw and was carving things out of timber
Oh, yeah.
on the fly. Like he was making artwork. I nearly fell over. I said, that's forgotten. That's a
No.
forgotten art form.
Some people are so talented.
It's
I'm
crazy.
jealous. Yeah.
Oh, same.
Yeah, no, yeah,
100%.
I can make an okay cake.
I can't even do that.
Well, my mother was a baker and her mother was a baker,
so you got it
I
in
kind
the
of
blood.
it's kind of in the blood.
It's in the blood. Adventuring and baking. That's a good mix. That's a good mix. I like that.
I'd never go away without a chainsaw.
There would have been a few good times that you would have had to have used, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
when you set off on a big trip, Mal, how much was actually like planned versus how much was actually just like, oh,
Well, it depended on where we were going, but yeah, we'd ad lib.
Yeah, I was about to say pretty much it was just on the fly. You come across something and it was like, oh, okay.
Was there a trip you recall of something not breaking? It just went too smooth?
And you go, yeah, and you're sort of wondering.
You're
is
wondering
something
when
right?
something was going to happen. It was just that smooth a trip and nothing happened?
No, I don't remember anything.
I mean, either in the later days, you know, I remember Dad, you know, phoning home when I was like in my 20s going, yeah, something just went wrong with the car. We're stuck in, you know, St. George. We'll be here for a week. So we won't be home as early as what we planned.
What was your favourite vehicle you think you took around the joint? Because you've driven a hell of a lot of K's and a hell of a lot of
Well,
different vehicles.
I had an old Land Rover, an old Army one, you know.
Oh, Parenti, yeah.
No,
No, the,
1944 model.
Oh, right.
The Jeep
wow.
Willie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I actually learned to drive in that car.
That's
Left-hand drive.
Have you still got it?
No, unfortunately.
Damn.
There.
But that was just an amazing vehicle.
Yeah.
That would go anywhere too.
Yeah, well, they had a flexible steel chassis in them. It was
Yeah,
spring steel,
yep,
so
yep.
you know the back axle and I got pictures of it with the axles at 90 degrees to each other, and still driving.
They don't make
mate.
cars like that anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
they
the
don't.
modern Jeeps aren't quite the same.
No, gosh, no.
That's insane, man.
I didn't think your patrol would even do that, Jack.
Yeah. Nah.
It's been in some places.
It gets flexy, but it don't do that.
Out of all the things you have driven, though, what do you reckon was the most reliable?
Yeah.
The old Jeep.
The old
It was
there
too,
you go.
yeah, right.
So what's actually in those in the Jeep things? What are they powered by? You don't know.
You have to get out Google.
Yeah,
I'm usually pretty good.
You
but
are good with that
that's
stuff.
well before
They
my
had
time.
they had a terrible carburetor on them.
Carby, yeah.
So if you pulled that off and put one of the new ones on,
a Weber or
it
something
made
straight
a
on.
big difference.
Go a bit better.
Yeah. There's a little float thing in there, and when you're going up steep country, it'd get stuck halfway and flood it.
Who built the bloody dune buggies that you had in those episodes back in the day? Those little buggies that you used to cruise around in.
Oh, they were ones that we used on the beach
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah.
Yeah. They were driven up around Stockton and places like that around Newcastle.
So where did they come from? Were they like made specific, or were they just?
No, you could
buy
buy
them?
You
them.
could buy them, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow!
Like, we got to look into them.
Dune buggy. You don't need anything that can go on
No,
sand
dude,
like
these
that.
things look sick.
Well, it's just a VW or something sort
It's
of.
looking pretty similar to an old V-Dub or something.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we have. I didn't realise the time actually. Sorry, it has gotten away from us there. We're gonna have to come to an end. I'm sure we could all talk for bloody the rest of the night. To be
I'm
honest.
sure we could.
The stories, the bloody stories. But yeah, thank you very much. We really appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you very
And
much.
Hell, we're happy to make some shirts and get what we can done to try and help push this further. That's for sure.
No, that would be amazing.
Be great. Be
Thank
really
you.
great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
We'd
Cheers.
love to hear from you after the trip and hear how he's went.
Actually,
Definitely.
Yeah, we might have to do a little catch up.
want to hear
by
about that
phone.
sunrise.
Even
I
a
think.
call in, I think. While you're on the trip, a little bit of a call in every now and again would be bloody appreciated.
Keep us updated. We're very intrigued.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.